Y'all ain't gonna just sit here and act like this figure don't look nice, man. Even though it's a Dragon Star, it's like they did a good job at this. I think it's definitely worthy to be on this list. But he not though. Now, starting it off with number 10, it's going to be the SH Figuarts Street Fighter V Sakura. I don't know why, but as a kid, I always loved the girls from Street Fighter. I still do. Never really cared for any of the other characters. But I just love the design of the female characters, and I've always liked Sakura for whatever reason. I don't know anything about her character or one of the others that's going to make the list, but I just love it. And I gotta give it to Tamashii Nations. I give credit when credit is due. They did a phenomenal job on this figure. Now, this face itself looks a little bit derpy, but other than that, the rest of the accessories are great. I really love the Haruken that she comes with. I think that's what it's called for her. If not, that Street Fighter fan will correct me in the comments. But articulation-wise, she can do pretty much whatever you want her to. She's not limited to anything, despite how they even did the diaphragm joint in there. The legs go out perfectly, and man, just the paint and sculpt are all on point. They actually put shading on the skirt. There's just so much good stuff about this figure that I really just can't complain. And I didn't review it because I got it late, but honestly, it was on my list to review. I'm not going to go back and do it now, but yeah, just a phenomenal figure. And if you are a Street Fighter fan, I highly recommend getting her added to your collection. Now, coming in at number 9 is not necessarily one of my most favorite figures, but it's the fact that he is probably my favorite villain from Dragon Ball Super that makes me like this figure so much more. And the fun factor is definitely there. He comes with a ton of accessories. Articulation is great. There are a few minor gripes that I went over in my review, such as I don't like that unnecessary black shading right there, and the neck seems to be on the little sunk inside. But other than that, the figure looks nice. As you guys can see, everything looks clean. I really dig this figure a lot, and that's why I had to add him to the list. It's not necessarily that there's anything special about him, but I mean, it's Goku Black. Everyone was ready for this arc when it came out. I think that's when a lot of people picked up Dragon Ball Super, so having this figure in your collection, if you are a Dragon Ball Z fan, is definitely mandatory. Now I'm ready to get a whole lot of people who disagree with me on this one, but coming in at number 8 is one of my personal favorite figures. The Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure Sasquatch Wave Deadpool. I don't know what it is in particular about this figure, but it looks phenomenal, and the fun factor of posing this guy is all there. Now, you guys know, if you know animated heroes, I don't really care for Marvel Legends, but there have been a few this year that have blown me out the water, and this is definitely one of them. And he's not the only one who's on my list, surprisingly. I just really do love this figure. It looks, to me, even better than the one that they released before with, I believe, the X-Men wave. And I don't think he's a rare figure or hard to come by. I might be wrong, because I know Marvel Legends, they either start out rare and then they become common, or they either start out common and become rare. So never know with these, but I don't know why. I just really love this figure. And if you like Deadpool, then you definitely need this one. Now, before anybody starts griping, Rainbow Myka is bae. I don't care what anyone says. When they started making the Street Fighter line, this was the first figure that I said I wanted. I always had a fascination with Rainbow Myka since I was like 10. I don't care what anyone says, man. The fun factor of this figure is through the roof. When I first got it, I could not put her down. And go check my pictures if you don't believe me. This figure, accessory-wise, is there. The looks there, paint, sculpt, everything is there. There is pretty much nothing that you can ask for in terms of this figure. And I haven't posed her around in a while, but you will be seeing some photos coming up on my Instagram pretty soon, because this figure is just amazing. I can't do anything but credit to Tamashii Nations for this one. This is probably I hate the number that it's coming in at, but the next upcoming figures I just really love a lot. But yes, Rainbow Myka, if you like Street Fighter, come on now. It should be no question of whether you should pick up this figure or not. Go get it. Now coming in hot at number 6 is, this is another one where you can say, oh, it's probably biased because Batman obviously is my most favorite superhero. I'm not going to watch cartoons on any other superhero. I like live action, but Batman is the only character I can watch like animated series on. Or if it's something in the DC realm that has to do with Batman, Harley Quinn, Joker, Suicide Squad, whatever, stuff like that. But other than that, I'm just not going to watch any kind of cartoons on any other characters. Now, back to live action. I have to say, I don't care what anyone says, Ben Affleck is the most accurate comic book portrayal of Batman. I don't care what anyone says. Christian Bale was great. Michael Keaton was great. We're not even going to discuss George Clooney and the other ones. They don't even matter. This guy, Ben Affleck, is Batman. And the way Mafex captured this figure, it's all there. Articulation-wise, looks, posability, it's there. It is all there, and that's exactly why I had to add this figure to my list, because it looks great, feels great in hand. He's a little on the expensive side, but I do recommend him if you can get your hands on him, because this figure is absolutely phenomenal. Mafex knocked it out of the park with this one. Go pick it up if you do not have him. Numero 5. I will be the first to tell you that I don't know anything about this Spider-Man whatsoever. But I remember when it came out and I saw D Amazing's photos of it, I wanted it in my collection. So when I went out of town and I saw it at Walmart, I did not hesitate to pick this guy up. And to this day, I do not regret it. This figure is absolutely phenomenal. It's fun to pose around. And you guys know, once again, I don't care about Marvel Legends. But man, this figure is just... it's just fun. It's simple. I don't know what it is about it that makes it as fun as it is, but it's just 2 colors, black and red. That's all, with a sculpt that we've seen a million times from Marvel Legends, but I don't know what it is. Something about this Spider-Man I just really like, and I need to take more photos of him. I've been slacking, but I don't know, man. This figure is fun, and if you're a Spider-Man fan, needless to say, you need it. I don't know anything about him. So if I have it and I enjoy it, I know that you guys will. Now, I already know some people might not be happy with this one, but in terms of figures that I enjoyed the most in 2018, this guy would be number 1. If it was based on which figures I enjoyed the most, this guy would easily be number 1, because when I got this figure, I could not put it down at all. Go back and check out all the photos I took of this figure. Actually, I still have a whole lot I haven't even posted yet that I'm just waiting. They're sitting in my gallery for whatever reason. The fun factor of this figure is just, oh man, I don't know what it is, but it was my favorite movie of 2017. I could not get enough of it. I've seen it like 6 or 7 times now, and I actually read the book. I don't read. So that says a lot right there. And that was a pretty thick ass book. So yeah, from me to actually read a book about this freaking crazy, insane, children killing clown, that says a lot. And I don't know what it is. Stephen King, however you say it. I really love his work. I actually can't wait for the new movie that they're putting out. I can't remember what it's called. Pet Sematary. I cannot wait for that to come out. I feel like I'm going to enjoy that. But anyway, back to Pennywise. Nick is making like 3 more versions of this guy, and I am going to get him. I just really do love this figure. It's just fun to pose, fun to portray in photos, and I come up with so many ideas for it. And just, I don't know, man. NECA knocked it out the park with this one. I really enjoy it, and that's why this is where he comes in on my list. Now, coming in at number 3 is a figure that I was ready to whoop someone's ass for at the beginning of this year. And you guys know what I'm talking about if you know what I'm talking about. Figma knocked it out the park with this Genji. Now, I know there are some things that certain people won't like about it, such as the head movement. It's a little bit restricted, and the way that they design the shoulders. Personally, that doesn't bother me at all, because it gives more range of motion for the arms. There's just about not a pose you can't get this guy in. Of course, his hand had to come off, but either way, phenomenal figure. This guy is just absolutely amazing, and if you play Overwatch, you'll probably like the figure even more. Now, I don't recommend buying this if you don't know anything about Overwatch, you haven't played it, and you just want a cyborg ninja in your collection, there's no point in you having this. But if you play Overwatch and you know anything about it, you know anything about the character, then you will love this figure. I don't see how you can't, because man, Figma just destroyed it with this one, and that's why he is number 3 on my list. Now, coming in at a very strong number 2 is the Marvel Legends Gamerverse Spider-Man PS4 Spider-Man action figure. I don't know what it is about this figure, if you want me to be honest with you. Obviously, he's very fun to pose, but I don't know what it is that just makes me like it as much as I do. Maybe it's the color scheme, maybe it's the fact that I play the game, or maybe it just is an absolutely fun figure. I don't know. But I do love this figure. No freaking lie. It's fun. And even though we can all agree that the head is dumpster trash, if you swap this head out with the House of M Spider-Man, or just another Spider-Man with a better head sculpt, man, this Spider-Man figure is a 10 out of 10 for me. That's just how I look at it. And I know it's kind of difficult to get one that has a good paint scheme, because I actually went through 3 before I was finally happy with one. Once you get one, you will be happy. Now, I know this guy was hard to come by at first, but I'm seeing him pop up everywhere right now. So be on the lookout at your GameStops. I've even heard he's in Target, and I believe I heard someone say he was at Walmart. So this guy is pretty easy to find now. Just stay on the lookout. Do not buy it offline for over 35 bucks. That's just too much money to spend on this figure that is now common. So just a heads up on that. Now let's go ahead and move to that number 1 spot. Now, coming in at an easy number 1 is the Mafex Justice League Batman Tactical Suit version. I don't care what anyone says. When I took this figure out the packaging, I already knew that this guy was going to be my number 1 for this year, because Mafex, they don't always do the best on their figures, but there is absolutely nothing for me to complain about with this one. It comes with a ton of accessories, a wired cape. It captures the look of Ben Affleck, my most favorite Batman. The paint sculpt, all freaking nice. I mean, this guy honestly was worth the wait, because it was delayed by 3 or 4 months. And I was like, damn, I paid for this so early and I'm not getting it. But when I took it out of the packaging, like I said, I already knew this guy was going to, if not be number 1, place very high on my 2018 top 10 list, because I can't complain. Like, honestly, just looking at this figure, you can see it captures the look of Ben Affleck. Like I said, you can see all the detail of the suit. You can see how the armor connects to the suit. You can see like cut marks and all that stuff in the armor. It just looks amazing. And honestly, this is probably my most favorite Batman figure to date, because it's just there. Everything is there. There's nothing for me to complain about. So that is exactly why this guy came in at number 1. Now, if I were to get out all of my honorable mentions, we'd probably be here all day. There are a whole lot of figures I got this year that I still haven't even gotten to open, like the Future Trunks that just came out. Now I believe it released in America. I got the Japanese version. I haven't even seen it in person because I haven't taken it out of the brown shipper box. There were a whole lot of Demonical Fit figures. Well, not necessarily figures, accessory packs that I wish I could have done. It would have been great to have an SH Figuarts Sakura from Naruto on this list. That would have been fucking amazing, but obviously that's never going to happen. Just a ton of figures that I really wish I could have added, but I didn't feel like going through all of that, and these were the ones that I probably posed the most this year, except for Sakura. She didn't really make the list that much, or make my Instagram that much, but these are my top 10. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If so, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Also, I want to know you guys' top 10, so feel free to comment the list of yours below in the comment section, or just tag me on your photo on Instagram, whichever you want to do. But I do want to know what figures everyone else enjoyed this year more than me. I want to know what you guys think. So that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If so, like I said, don't forget to give it a like. And subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I will try to get back on my YouTube grind. It's being difficult, but I'm working on it. So be expecting some more videos from me. Hopefully I can do a whole lot more in 2019 than I did this year. So that being said, I will talk to you guys later. Peace.